This review will take a quick look at one of the comeback fights of George Foreman, and this took place in 1988 in Fort Myers, Florida. And this was career number 2 for Big George Foreman. He's on the right there. And let me get this on the screen here real quick. One moment, please.
Looks a little like Pete Rose. And here comes the former champ, George Foreman. Certainly a curiosity. At the age of 39, he'll be 40 in January.
And he can still command a crowd. These people are on their feet here at the Lee County Civic Center to see this man fight tonight. At the
But you can be sure it's longer than 71 inches to Mihungus, who is just 6'1½", an overblown light heavyweight at 206.
But he has fought as a heavyweight. He's never fought less than that except in the amateurs.
He has beaten Leon Spinks for whatever that is worth. That was 9 months ago, a faded Leon Spinks. But also at the other end of the ledger, he has lost to a guy by the name of Yaki Meneses, who was once an opponent and a loser to Ed Too Tall Jones. Foreman with some moments to himself. And now for the introductions, here's Dallas Page.
Gentlemen, super fights. Jerry Cooney, Dennis Rappaport, Rick Parker, Challenger Promotions would now like to bring you the main event. This bout scheduled for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. First, your referee from Tampa, Florida, Ryan Gary. And introducing the principals. First in the red corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, weighing in at 206 pounds, from Mexico City, Mexico, with a professional record of 24 wins, 4 losses, 20 knockouts, the former Mexican heavyweight champion, Ladislao Medehingas. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing red trunks, weighing in at 255 pounds in one corner, from Humboldt, Texas, with 55 wins, 2 defeats, and 52 knockouts. Welcome now the former Olympic and heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. George Foreman!
Does it look a little more like a 2-inch difference in height?
And look at Foreman towering over Mihungas. And also that psychological factor, looking down over your opponent. For Mihungas, he's got to look up to Foreman.
Now keep in mind, last time we saw Foreman against Carlos Hernandez, who is probably the best opponent he has faced in the 10 since coming back, Foreman was tagged in the first round and shaken. He can get tagged early. He was never known as a fast fighter, but devastating puncher, just lumbering. Mihungas will have to move, but Foreman looking to cut off the ring.
Now Mihungas has got a little bit of power in that left hook.
He has 20 knockouts and 24 wins.
Right, and the way that
left shakes Mihungas. Just a jab, that's what he was doing to Hernandez.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
The one thing Foreman still has is the punch. Remember last time we saw him, guys like Frank Bruno were there, Cleveland Thomas, Reza Reddick, and they were impressed with the punching power of Foreman.
He's got that punch and he's got that strength. Very strong upper body strength. Also terrific balance George Foreman has.
He's up a little higher than the last fight. He's weighed in today 255 and a quarter.
But he is repositioning that weight. Much of that weight is in his upper body. Oh, big jab. One of the prettiest left jabs in boxing. George Foreman puts his weight behind that left jab, pushes off with that back foot.
He started the comeback a year ago March at 325 pounds. He has never been in the ring against a guy that would threaten him in this comeback. He's been criticized because he wants a shot against Mike Tyson, but will not fight anybody in the top 10. He says he will. Some top 10 fighters say they would fight Foreman, but nothing has happened. A little combination there by Mihungas.
Punching the back now. Step out of there. Referee Brian Gary warning Foreman not to punch Mihungas in the back. Foreman did it earlier in this round. Kidney punch.
Foreman just plotting, setting his man up. Mihungas will have to move more than he has so far.
Step back. Every punch by Foreman is a home run. Don't push him, George. Get off his head now. Come on. Get off his head. All right, gentlemen, I got you. Break.
And Foreman just looking that right away. It was a fly. Foreman, in his fights in the comeback, has looked almost disinterested, bored, going through the motions, man playing with boys. But he has certainly shown the punch. It's the question when he goes to a top 10 fighter, or even in thinking in terms of Tyson, of the other fighter just getting in those shots against Foreman. There's Mihungas is down. Closing seconds. He cannot be saved by the bell. Was it behind the back?
That is what Mihungas is complaining about. A kidney punch. That's the second time he's been hit there in that first round. Referee Brian Gary visiting the corner of George Foreman, telling him to watch those kidney punches. Archie Moore in that...
And as you can see, let me heat this up a bit.
This looks to be nothing more than a workout for George Foreman. Foreman complete control of this fight.
The basic questions about Foreman's comeback, his age at around 40, the inactivity, he was out for 10 years, and also the quality of his opponents. And that is the big question right now. If Foreman wants a shot at the championship, he has to step up his opponents. I talked yesterday with our former colleague, Randy Gordon, who is now the New York State boxing commissioner. I asked him, would he sanction a Foreman-Tyson fight? And he said, well, Foreman would have to pass the physical. He probably could do that. Then it was a judgment, and Randy felt it'd be no contest, not competitive enough. He would not sanction it until Foreman proved himself against top 10 fighters. And that's just one commissioner of one state.
And that is very difficult to do because all the top 10 fighters obviously want to get to that top 10 because they want to fight for the championship. If you're not in the top 10, you can't fight for the title. Mihungas taking some heavy shots. This fight is only a matter of time.
Halfway through round number 2, it is scheduled for 10, and keep in mind, George Foreman, in his career in 57 fights, has gone the distance just 4 times. Last time, 1977, 11 years ago.
Now the mat is loosening up terribly. These fighters slipping around a bit on the mat. Oh!
The mat is, it's 18 and a half feet.
Low blow by Foreman, and Brian Gary warns him to keep punches up.
This is certainly a mat to the advantage of Foreman, a smaller mat. Matter of fact, I wonder if they even watered it down for him before the fight. He has had no complaints, though, Sean, about the loose canvas. That may be more dangerous to his comeback than Ladislav Mihungas.
Mihungas not really dangerous. Foreman moves ahead forward with his hands down. Look where his hands are. How can you have a defense when your hands are way down there by your sides? Now, no question, one of the hardest hitters. Look at that.
Dazed Mihungas waved off by Brian Gary. The Night Stalker moved in. 2 punches ended it. And George Foreman is now 11 for 11 in his comeback bid, hearing the jeers from the crowd.
And that's a quick look at one of George's comeback fights, and it's interesting that somebody had actually had 2 careers like he did. And he was definitely a big puncher. And that'll do it. Let me get a final screen on here.